whoops. Anyway, so yeah, it is what it is. I accidentally hit the button, turned it off, so I have to start. Well, I'll just put them both up there, part 1, part 2, whatever. Sucks when that happens, but beautiful day. I mean, sunshiny, summertime. I recommend anybody that has children, get out there and fucking play with them as much as you can. It'll make you feel better. Teach them as much as you can and reteach yourself while you do it. I mean, it's all fun, especially when you let them go out there and just be free and wild in the back and you follow them, and you're just like, mission time, here we go, where are we going? We're going to the moon, we're going freaking, wherever adventure takes you guys. Use your imagination. It'll help with your sleep and reconnect all the neural pathways so that when you start dreaming, your legs don't start kicking out. Serious. Mental shit ain't no joke, man. Your brain's a powerful thing. Mentioned once before, I watched a lot of this guy named Jordan Peterson. Lately I've been watching a lot of his. He tries to stay away from the metaphysical when he does his biblical lectures, because it's supposed to be the psychology of the Bible throughout history and stuff like this. So, I mean, I can tell he's a religious person. He doesn't come out and say it. He thinks it's a more private subject, but he breaks it down in a very logical, psychological way, and it's really cool. He doesn't take away from any of it that is the spirituality and the religion behind it. He just breaks it down in a psychological way. I mean, listen to a couple of them. I mean, he does the book of Genesis, and he breaks it, it's a psychological evaluation of the book of Genesis, basically. And it goes into a real deep meaning, especially for people who say you're not a religious person or you're not, the praying type or whatever. But if you're more on the atheistic kind of view, which, whatever, he might change your mind. Honestly, this way it breaks it down, and because I like that about people sometimes, it breaks it down, and people and it's like, well, you just have to go watch it. Jordan B. Peterson, he's a great guy. Look up his biblical series. Look up some of his stuff on speech. Look up his 12 steps for life or 12 rules for life to bring order out of chaos. It's good stuff. Stand up straight with your shoulders back, clean up your room before you try to take on the government, shit like that. So, I mean, check it out, especially if you're having any problems with depression or anything. He's a very good motivator, especially for these times. A lot of people are stuck. They're not really sure where they belong. Some people have been blanked out for a while. He's a real good motivator. He's trying to get people out there and being the best people they can be. So just check it out. I really like it. He really gets me motivated. He's very intellectual. He uses big words. So if you have a problem in comprehending a lot right now, maybe it'd be good practice. I don't know, it's just, he's one of those kind of guys that I find very intelligent, and he knows his history. I mean, what more can you ask somebody? If you know your history, man, you know half the battle. So, I mean, you know where you've been, you know where you're going to go. So, it's just one more of them steps. Well, I'm just babbling on out here right now. A little tired. I mean, wore myself out good today with the kids. So, I mean, whew. But this is exactly my 2-week mark right here. So 14 days exactly, going on to 15 here tomorrow. So, I mean, you can do it. I mean, just get up and moving. That's all I did. I took some vitamin C, took some vitamin B complex, great shit for energy. Take omega-3 every day. I take some magnesium. I eat lots of bananas and sandwiches. Drink water and a little bit of Gatorade Zero. Boom. That's all it took, and I made sure I got off my ass at least 3 times a day, even on day 3 and 4. Let me tell you this. My day 3, without anything, okay? The day that I became like one of my sickest days, day 3, 4, 5. Those are your worst days, right? It kind of peaks in the middle, but yeah, it was my birthday. Okay, July 31st. That was my birthday. I didn't get no sleep the night before, right? No sleep whatsoever the night before. And Even on my birthday, I didn't go get nothing. You know, I was tired, felt like shit, but I still went out there. I still got up on my birthday and walked around feeling like shit. Happy birthday to me. Well, here's my new birthday present. Shit's done. It's gone. It's out of my life and never come back. Boom. Door shut. Don't even fucking open that shit. Sealed. Pop. Been there, done that. Not going back. Been to the darkness. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all can go fuck around, alright? You know, if y'all don't want to be intelligent people and you want to go back to that shit, go ahead. More power to you, okay? But I kind of think that takes the right away from you to cry about it when you gotta go back through withdrawals and shit. That's kind of like, yo, you've been through it. You know what it's about, okay? You made it to a certain point where you know that you can go one path or the other. If you choose that path and make no mistake, whether you go and hang out with the people doing it, whether you go put yourself in that position and you say, yes, I want to do that, and you do not say no and prevail and overcome, that's on you, nobody else. Okay, your actions are your own. Okay, the drug no longer controls us. We control us. It's a little nagging thought in the back of your head. Ignore it. Okay? Someone comes up to you and says, hey, man, you want to go get high? I fucking laugh, man. Be like, I feel sorry for you, man. You can go through so much hell. But you know what? When you do, I'll be there and I'll help you through it. But no, I don't want none of your shit. And don't ask me again. And be mean about it. Don't ask me again. Period. Okay? You're not my friend. If you're my friend, you wouldn't be offering that shit to me in the first place. Okay? There's no reason for you to be nice. You know? Be nice in the fact you will offer your help and your support to say, if you ever want to quit doing that shit, dog, hit me up, man. I'll have your back. And leave it at that. You know? Other than that, I don't want nothing to do with you. So, I don't know. I have a really strong mind, and some people say I'm intimidating, but I think I'm a really nice guy. I mean, I have a total of 5, maybe 6 kids, maybe more. I don't know. A couple of them said it might have been mine. I know one got put up for adoption. That might have been mine. I don't know. You know, she never even told anybody she was pregnant until she had it and already gave it up for adoption. So, but, you know, I was married to my high school sweetheart, and we were together for almost 14 years, you know, with 1 year in the middle that we were together. We had 4 kids, you know, we were married for seven years out of the 14. I mean, you know, my eldest daughter's in college. She got her first degree this year. Right? So I'm no longer the only one in the family that went to college and did something. You know, my son, he's an artist. He has a whole page of stuff he does. I'll put it on there sometime, you know. My oldest son and my 2 middle kids live in the Dalles with their mom and their grandmother, and she's a nurse. So, you know, this little boy I got here, Bremen, he's my youngest son. His mom's still somewhere around this town. She's big into heroin. She's probably one of the biggest people into heroin in this town. I mean, it's not a very big town. Everybody knows her. You know, I don't talk to her no more. She's out of my life. Told her that she has to talk to my mom. She wants to see our son. She can talk to my mother because I'm not dealing with it, you know. And he goes down there, goes swimming with her every time at the free swim pools and stuff like that every once in a while, but that's it. You know? No, I already know. You don't bring that shit around me, okay? You know? I only want you to live around my son, but I know it's a safe environment. I know at the fucking hour or two that you have him, you're at the pool, you're doing something. I know, you know, it's semi-controlled, so it's not a big worry hazard that my son's going over some fucking dope dealer's house. So I'd be really pissed. I already had that experience. Yeah, it wasn't good. No. It wasn't good. Let me tell you something. When you go and you can't find your kid's mom who doesn't love it, and she took your son for the day, at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you find him down the street on front porch while she's nodding off. He's in his throat. Yeah, it's not good, dude. You lose your fucking mind, like, real quick. And a lot of people almost got hurt real bad that night, but I was more worried about just getting my son and getting him up the hill to his home and getting him in bed where he belongs. So nobody did get hurt, but woo! You want to talk about spitting fucking laser beams out your eyeballs and frying people's soul? That's about you'll fucking believe it, man. My son's on your fucking front porch at this cock, and he's more wide awake than his mom is nodding out slobbing. Anyway, enough of that. whole new day. And shit's gone and done with, so I don't deal with it, And, if anything does come of anything, then she already knows she's on the last strand, one little mistake and it's done, go to rehab, go do whatever you're going to do. Don't talk to me until you do it, period. So, sometimes you gotta be, sometimes in order to make people understand and prevail, you gotta take away, their leverage. It's brutal, but anyways, that's not really what I got on here to talk about. I just started babbling because I'm tired and shit's going through my mind, so sometimes it's good to alleviate shit. I am going to get on here, and I know this is one lady that watched my video said I should do my story on here, and I think I will, in the next week or so, and it's going to be a long story, guys. I know I give a little tidbits here and there about it, but, I should go. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit here. I got a few minutes here, so. You want to start talking about my addiction, it probably started back when I was 3 or 4. There's right now, there's probably not a homeless shelter on the West Coast that I haven't lived in from the time I was a kid. I'm talking about Lincoln City. I'm talking about McMinnville. I'm talking about Newport or Astoria. I'm talking about Los Angeles. I'm talking everywhere in between. Everywhere I've lived. And we moved like once, twice a year. We started out in the shelter. So, I grew up with all kinds of great stories to tell, my first little girlfriend, when I remember I was like 6 years old, high underneath tables, the first time I met her, she'd been raped by 3 guys. Told me about it, hated men. Would never let go of my hand, though. She held my hand everywhere we went. She's a year older than me, but she would never let go of my hand. Like I was her protector or something. Like she could tell me anything, and it was great. She was like my first little girlfriend, and we knew each other for about a year and a half, and then I moved away. So that's the kind of shit I grew up with, I was used to it. The bikers, all that shit. I think we had a 3-year stint after my mom got married to my stepdad that things were normal. We lived in a house and everything was good. And then we lost that place and ended up moving up to this place called Pendleton Square Apartments in Pendleton. About the time I was 11, 12 years old. That's when I started smoking weed, doing crank. It wasn't meth back then, it was crank, see? It was the same thing. It was just more powdery, It was like, it wasn't crystallized, so it wasn't purified as much. It was, fucking blow your mind good, but, they hadn't taken it to that next level yet to turn into methamphetamine. It was just crank. It came from people carrying in their crankshafts and motorcycles across the border to sell it, and bikers, so it's biker dope, basically, Just snort that stuff. I was 12 years old. That's when it all started. Started doing the crank. I was screwing this girl. She was like 30, 32 years old, living next door. Boyfriend was all mad, trying to beat up a 12-year-old. Shit got crazy for a while there, There's 3 dealers right there in the vicinity of the apartments, so it wasn't like it was hard to find everybody. And, when you grow up in those mind frames and the mentality I did around the people I did, you become accustomed to a certain kind of person. So, I don't know, it's almost like this vibe you get off, but, so most of my friends were 3 years older than me. I was like 15, 16-year-olds, and my friends getting me like little blowjobs from the girls he knows, and they're like 16 years old. I'm like 12. I'm like sitting at his house, and we're all getting high, and it's like not good, not good. I had a blast. I say for a 12, 13-year-old kid, it's horrible. It's bad. But damn, I tore that shit up all over the place. It was crazy. I don't wish it on any kid, because it'll fuck your life up, and that's just how I lived for the next. We ended up moving away to the Dalles and stuff, and I was still playing baseball, getting high and stuff like that, not as much, but, I played on the All-Star team 3 times, I think, so, after we moved away, I met Tanya. She lived across the street from me. It's my ex-wife, who I have 4 kids with. You know, when I met her when I was 14. And by that time, I'd already dropped out of school. I think I went 10 days of my whole freshman year of high school. Long enough to say I didn't want to go here, and fuck that. I was too busy getting stoned and drunk. That's one thing I will say is, like, when I moved to the Dalles, like, the whole crank stuff kind of went away. It wasn't something that was big. It was a little more under the table. Some more people were a little bit more paranoid about doing it, but the weed and the alcohol was there, so I still got fucked up all the time. I mean, I remember going down to LA to visit my family, come back with this nice black and white Los Angeles hat with the old English letters and shit, you know, thinking, oh, pimp. It was the same night. I just threw up all up in it, man. They drank a whole bunch of beer and just all up in it. So, I mean, that was good, you know. Just drink them 40s and party. I mean, by the time I was 15, we were back in Pendleton, so it was like, welcome home, buddy. You know, you had all your dope set up, weed set up, hanging out with the bad crowd. By this time, I lived on my own. I had a full-time job down at Town Pump. My girlfriend Tanya had moved to the Pendleton with me. She was a year older than me and got a job at Rite Aid. We had an apartment at Pendleton Square, so I was 15 working a full-time job to almost 16, and she was 16, almost 17 working a full-time job, and we had our own apartment. I mean, what you gonna tell two fucking teenagers with a pocket full of money in their own place? Good luck. You know, but I'm gonna stop it there, guys. It's 16 minutes. Tomorrow or something, I'll get in there and I'll tell you guys a little bit more after what happened after Pendleton Square and all that stuff. Get into it a little bit more. So just consider that like an introduction to my story. That's kind of where it all began, you know. And I'll take you through some of the real stuff here, see the real detailed drug use, dark times, stealing, robbing, you know, whatever it took, you know. The meth, the dope, the heroin, the, you know, selling, dealing, smoking, snorting, shooting, whatever. So, but just remember, you know, you can quit it all. It don't matter. This is a new day. You're not the same person you were. That's not who you were. Who you are now is a different person. And, you know, it's a good person, man. It's just so nice. It's so beautiful outside. Everything is so colorful and cheerful, and the wind gives you this nice little breeze, and you hear the bugs and the birds, and this is fucking nature. It's beautiful. So go out there and love nature and love yourself, man. It's a great day. So just remember, get up and you can do it. You can do it. It's easy. It's just a couple days. You can do it.